welcome to the morning show. Good morning, Andy.
Good morning, Bart.
Chilly morning, 49 in Jackson today. We'll have partly sunny skies and a high of 66. Yesterday we got up to 69. Fall weather. It's here.
It is for sure here. We had some sprinkles too.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did. Let's take a look outside at our hometown heating, cooling, and more sky cam. See how it looks. Oh, it looks beautiful out there. Every time I see those Nelson Towers, I think about Brandon and me. And when we saw that they were only $36,000 each, we were thinking about buying one.
Yeah.
But then found out the homeowners monthly is like $1,000.
Yeah, they've been listed as low as $27,000-$28,000.
Yeah, condo.
Yeah,
Very cool.
condo.
Thanks
Condo
to
living.
Hometown. Visit heatandcoolwithus.com.
Yesterday, the CDC approved the vaccines, so we can get those boosters again if you are waiting, because we've been told to wait, and we have a new booster, and we have shots now available right now for COVID, flu, and RSV or RVS?
RSV.
RSV. So
There.
you can avoid the triple-demic.
The
Get your,
triple sick. The triple sickness. I have a funny story from this morning.
Oh, great.
Yeah, I know. So you'll notice I'm wearing khaki pants. You might want to be on the two-shot for this because you might want to see my pants, Austin. You'll notice I'm wearing khaki pants. Okay.
Yeah.
My my daughter also wears khaki pants. I had them both in the dryer this morning, fluffing them, if you will, and I threw up a pair of pants, and like 5 minutes later, she screams down, "Dad, do you have any of the new pants? These are Helen's." And I'm like, "Helen's pants?"
Helen's.
I had thrown her up my pants. She was wearing my pants. Why do you have a shot of my pants? Jeez. God. So my daughter was walking around with these pants on.
Those pants.
These pants.
Did she realize they didn't fit?
Yes. I'm like, what is going on here?
Who's Helen?
A neighbor who loaned us some pants. These wouldn't fit Helen. They're too big for Helen, of course.
You
Jeez.
borrowed pants from a neighbor?
Huh? They were school pants. Jeez. This will happen to you, Brandon, when you and your son wear jeans together.
Yeah.
So,
Is Helen a kid's name?
yes. Jeez. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. I think Helen's family's watching, so I might want to apologize. Yeah. Have you heard about the MGM ransomware attack?
No, I have not.
Google it. Look it up. Okay. All these people are going nuts. Sunday they got hit with a ransomware attack, and 12 of their resorts have had to shut down some of the operations.
Good.
You've stayed here, okay? So what would you do if you were there and this happened? They are checking people out with pen and paper.
Wow.
No ATM. Half the slots don't work. It's crazy. You know how big that place is. Could you imagine having to...
Bedlam.
Oh my God.
How do the key cards work?
Key cards don't work.
Oh, no.
No, they actually had a plan in place. They have physical keys. So physical, not digital.
We should go back to that.
Yeah, so big news.
Yeah, we have a relative in the whole hotel industry. They have to redo their hotels like every 4 or 5 years put new things on every single door. Just go back to the keys.
No, because when you lose it, it's a big cost to replace.
No, that's
Plus,
cars.
you could get the key. Huh?
Car keys, too. Come back.
Car
Bring
keys,
the car
too.
keys back.
When I bought my used car, it only came with one key, and I've been able to not lose it for over 3 years. So I had a cool opportunity last night. Went to the Vietnam Veterans Chapter 109. We were able to present a donation on behalf of the Bailey Fest.
Oh, wow, that's cool.
Yeah, it was very cool. I had not been in there before. Mark Konopacki also made a donation from one of his company's veterans, sewer and drain. A lot of these fine gentlemen here got to ride in the Huey helicopter at the air show, and I want to thank Roger and Tina Lindsay from Hometown Heating, Cooling, and More. Roger and Tina paid for quite a few of those Huey rides for those veterans, and Roger would probably get mad if I said it, but I want to acknowledge him. It meant a great deal to those guys. I would talk to one gentleman last night, Yeah, he's like, yeah, I hadn't been on one of those in 55 years. You know, it's just crazy kind of
So
hearing the
they
story.
flew on them in Vietnam.
Correct.
Wow.
Yeah, I think so. So amazing. Yeah, so it was cool, and thank you again to all of our veterans.
Yeah, well, it was that Bailey 50th anniversary party that served as a fundraiser for so many community organizations, including the Vietnam veterans.
Yeah, so it's nice able to start handing out some of that money, which is great.
Cool.
Very good.
The Detroit Auto Show, it's moved, it's now. It's in the fall.
Oh, I think we have.
It's right now.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah,
Good.
well, last night, they had big charity preview and everything. And Ford unveiled their F-150, 2024 F-150, and they came up with a brilliant idea, and the engineers hung out at Lowe's and Home Depot and Ace Hardware for months, and they watched consumers load up their trucks, and they saw that they needed to do something about the tailgate, and they did. Now it has a refrigerator-style opening.
Oh.
That was my idea.
Really?
Yeah. So it was mainly because they were watching people struggle with getting stuff into the back of the truck, so they now have a refrigerator-style tailgate.
That can't be the only truck with one of those. What about those Rivians?
Rivians.
Those electric trucks?
And you can open them with a trailer
button.
on them, too.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Now that's handy there.
Yeah.
Very handy. We should get one of those for our new trailer that we got.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that'd be great. How much is the price point on those?
They range from 40
40.
to 110,000.
40.
110,000.
40. They don't start at 40.
They range. You
Is
buy a
it true
stripped-down
that
version.
starting vehicle prices don't include tires? Is that true?
Probably.
Well, I mean,
I don't know.
don't think there's a base model of that for 40,000
That's
anyway.
what they're saying.
Okay.
40 to 110. 110 for a pickup truck. Pretty soon you'll pay 150 for an F-150.
I know someone that's paid 185 for one.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Wow. I'd be afraid to drive
Same.
and park it.
Same.
Also,
would too.
you know what they announced yesterday? New iPhones. You just got one.
Which is fine because I don't like to get them all the time. I will hope to have this one for 5 years.
Yeah, condolence to anyone who just has the iPhone 14.
That's me.
Yeah, you no longer will have the newest.
Cool.
And you're going to need a different charger.
Oh, of course.
Because, so the old, the current, the secret Apple chargers.
They just changed them.
No, they won't. The EU is mandating universal phone chargers, so the USB-C port is the new standard for the iPhone. So you won't have, so it'll charge anything.
Okay.
So they're mandating that in Europe.
I
now.
think that's great. All
And
chargers should be the same.
They're taking the mute button off. My favorite button on the phone, the mute.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why they're doing that.
I hadn't heard that. High school football live this weekend, presented by Avenue Auto. We have the Pink Viking game. Jackson High will be home. We have them live, coverage at 6:45, and our other game will be Manchester at Napoleon. And you can watch all that this weekend on JTV.
You heard about this escaped killer in Pennsylvania?
I can't get enough of this.
Why can't they catch him?
This guy is smart. I mean, how did he get? He got around 800 officers.
Yeah. He did the crab walk to get out of prison,
He did.
and they can't find him.
Well,
And
he's been spotted.
he broke into a homeowner's garage and stole a loaded rifle that was just laying in the garage. Now, I think the homeowner is in cahoots. Who just leaves a loaded rifle in there?
Well, I know this, the escapee, he tried to go into one of his old coworkers' house, and he appeared clean shaven,
Yeah.
looked different. I don't know, he seems like an easy guy to catch. He
You would
doesn't
think.
He doesn't look like
No,
everyone.
he keeps changing clothes. He steals boots off porches. People, workmen leave their boots on the porch at night for some reason, and then because the Mrs. homeowner doesn't want the boots in the house, but he steals the boots off the porch. He's been stealing perhaps clothes off the clotheslines, if that's still a thing.
Brandon, do you leave your boots on the porch as not to track in mud?
100%.
Yeah.
Some people do it.
Very good.
About the police there, it's not a good look for them.
They're gonna need to find this guy pretty soon
Yeah.
too, and he's a murderer.
Twice.
Yeah. Okay. So we need to find this guy.
Mm-hmm.
The ORS Oktoberfest run is coming up. There's a kids superhero run. There's a 10K and 5K run and walk, and it should be a busy, fun day downtown on September 30th. I think even Blackstone Steel is playing
They are.
at Grand River Brewery, and there will be a beer mile and a kids run
And
the Chili Classic in Fall Fest.
a sausage eating contest.
Really?
Yes.
You know, I've judged the Chili Classic for the last 3 years. I haven't been asked. I may decline if I am asked. I may decline.
I've done it a couple. It's a hard
I,
job.
I have a stomach ache still from that. From the white chicken chili.
Remember those blue and white license plates
I do.
that we had? I didn't realize it was this long ago, but it was 1983 to 2007.
Really?
Yes. Yesterday, Senator McMorrow introduced legislation that would resurrect this classic license plate and the black one.
I never saw the black
Yeah,
one.
from 1979.
I'd get that.
Yeah, and they're doing it because, and the Department of State is actually, they want this to happen. And then the money, instead of going to a whatever, the DNR fund, or they go to the roads, to
Ooh.
the construction of the roads.
The
Yes.
roads. The roads.
So, do they still make these over at the prison?
I don't know. Was your generation complaining about the roads 40 years ago? Do you remember?
Everyone did. It's
It's just
since
nonstop. We
1903.
always complained about the roads. Unless,
Oh, breaking news. The prisoner was captured
just now?
just now.
But I just got a breaking news just now.
Breaking news.
Yeah.
Do you have any details on that, Brandon?
He I bet he was at a Denny's.
Probably.
The guy's got to eat. He's-
Probably.
Oh.
Good. Well, I'm glad that's over. Thank goodness. Thank goodness.
Yep, Danilo Cavalcante is now back in custody.
If you're a golf fan and you want to check out the Jackson Golf Hall of Fame room and induction ceremony, no better time than this Sunday, 1:30, when the Hall of Fame will induct Doug Hansen. Again, that's at 1:30, and that ceremony is open to the public. So join us.
Can you golf in the Hall of Fame tournament? No.
No,
But you can.
I can. Yeah, I'm golfing with Jeff Steers, Phil Fishmeister, and Parker Rich. I don't know why I'm clapping.
I don't either.
Same team as last year. So very, very exciting. The coming up this Saturday too. This is a very, very busy Saturday. The Jackson Hispanic Heritage Festival is coming up, and it was a great first year last year, and this year is going to be even better. So visit their Facebook page. It's right here downtown Jackson, and it is all free. Come check it out. There'll be music, food, vendors, all kinds of stuff, and it is family friendly.
Yeah, it was awesome last year. It's going to be even more awesome this year. It's longer, for one thing, and they've got more food vendors because the food was so popular, the lines were long, so now there'll be plenty of food for everyone.
Yeah.
From the police blotter, City of Jackson Police Officer Jones took a report of a 16-year-old male runaway. Officer Justice took a report of a 17-year-old female runaway. I'm suggesting Officer Jones and Officer Justice compare notes.
I have a question. Does there say anything about a school bus in there?
No.
Okay. Because yesterday, Noah sent me a picture of a school bus possibly being pulled over,
By a runaway?
not by a runaway. I just don't know. Maybe the runaway was there. I don't know. We'll look into this. There's been a lot of activity. So I've never seen a school bus get pulled over, so that's why I didn't know if that was in the blotter.
No, I've never seen a school bus pulled over either.
Okay.
I would think if you want to evade the police, school bus would be the way to go.
Okay, well, noted.
Have you seen any flamingos lately?
Not since I was in Vegas last.
Remember hurricane, what was that hurricane we just had?
Idalia.
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 Idalia. Apparently, Hurricane Idalia has blown these flamingos up and down the East Coast. They usually live in the very south, but they've been spotted recently in Alabama, North Carolina, Ohio,
What?
Pennsylvania, South Carolina, Texas, and Virginia. The birds were, according to experts, flying between Cuba and Mexico when they were blown off course by Hurricane Idalia.
Really?
Wow. So don't be surprised if pink lawn flamingo shows up on your lawn.
That'd be very nice. That'd be a treat.
They probably couldn't survive.
Yeah, I don't think so. They are beautiful, though.
Yeah.
Our show today brought to you by Vermeulen's Home Furnishings. They're in their third generation of being family owned and operated. Thank you to Vermeulen's.
Did you go to Food Truck Tuesday?
I drove
yesterday?
up and down the street about 4 or 5 times.
The final Food Truck Tuesday was yesterday at Horace Blackman Park. Tiki Sam, always popular fixture at these events, and had a lot of choices and a lot of turnout.
A lot of turnout. This
For
has
the
been
last-
just great for downtown Jackson over the last few years.
Yeah, it's amazing. There's a Consumers Energy employee looking happy with his food. Everybody looks happy.
Looking
They've
happy
got
with
their
their
food.
food.
The number of food trucks that we have in Jackson is amazing. 10 years ago, we had maybe one. Years and years and years ago, there was the egg roll wagon in Albion, and that's all we had. Remember the egg roll wagon?
I remember Hot Diggity Dog. Do you remember Hot
No.
Diggity Dog?
No, I don't.
You don't? The one gal with the food cart.
Oh yeah, down on the corner.
Yeah, that was the
Yeah.
original. That was the original.
Yeah.
Hot Diggity Dog. Can't remember that gal's name.
Oh, Jake.
Oh,
from
there's
State
Chris
Farm.
Paul. Oh no, that's the guy that's in the commercials with Chris Paul. Okay. These State Farm commercials. Hey, let's get to our scoreboard presented by Extreme Dodge. Check out their brand new building. It's beautiful, and the highway is open, so you can get right off the exit and right over to Extreme. Volleyball action. Michigan Center over Columbia. Concord swept Quincy. Grass Lake swept Jonesville. Addison over Hanover Horton 3-1. Teconcha beat Jackson Christian 3-2. Napoleon over Leslie 3-1. And Cranbrook 3, Lumen Christi 0. Do you know what the tuition is at Cranbrook?
80,000.
That's probably close enough. Boys soccer, I think it's closer to 60. Harper Creek 2, Northwest 1. Boys tennis, Western 6, Northwest 2, and Hillsdale beat Columbia 5-3.
These are JTV Sports file photos.
File photos.
Yes.
Thank you. College events. Lake Michigan beat Jackson in volleyball 3-1. In soccer, Kellogg Community College beat Jackson 3-1. Spring Arbor beat Lindsey Wilson 10-0.
This is a real photo from last night.
Yeah, it's a nice photo. 10-0. Lindsey Wilson. That's a long bus ride home. Volleyball tonight, coming up. We've got a lot going on. Northwest at Penfield. Cross country, Jackson's on the road. Boys soccer, Grass Lake and Manchester at home. And then we've got girls golf. The Lady Vikings are hosting at Sharp Park. Western hosts tennis, and Spring Arbor and Jackson College both hosting their men's teams tonight. Women's volleyball, Spring Arbor on the road at Taylor. And that's all available on our website as well, the Extreme Dodge scoreboard and on deck. Thank you to JTV Sports, Jeff
Who's-
Steers.
Who's on the show today?
We have with us Dr. Andrew Duda, and he will join us right after this break.